Yo, neighbor, yes, I am on the road for my next adventure, and it is baseball. That is correct. I used to play way back in the day. I played through college. I was just a good, average, small college baseball player, but something has brought it back into my life lately, and I am going across the country to try out for a semi-professional baseball league in Ohio. So, I'll tell you more about it. Let's rock. Back in 1998, I was playing for Austin College, which is a small Division III college in the Dallas area. It's about an hour north of Dallas. And I played there, did decent. After that, I went and tried out for the pros, and I did great, but just nothing that stood out, So 23 years ago, my baseball career was over, and that was it. So I spent the next 20 years kind of wandering around and doing some really cool things, and I'm definitely proud of the adventure and the accomplishments that I had, and I feel like I took advantage of everything that God gave me, and yet nothing ever seemed to measure up to how much I loved baseball. But I was old, I was done with baseball, there was nothing that I could do. So it had been out of my life for 20 years. Nothing. I never even picked up a baseball because I loved baseball so much, it broke my heart when I couldn't play anymore. So faith has always been a huge part of my life. It is who I am. I am everything in gratitude for the Lord and what He's given me, and for the salvation and the hope that Jesus has given to all of us. I'm here at Louisville Presbyterian Theological Seminary, where my dad received his training to become a minister, and he served in that capacity for 38 years. And that is a huge reason for the faith that I have and who I am. I'm here visiting on my way up to Ohio for the baseball tryouts, and I can't help but remember what it was like during those 20 years to be doing some great things and have a lot of gratitude for what God had blessed me with, but also kind of be like in doubt, because when I was a young kid, I felt like God was calling me to play baseball, like it was going to be part of my ministry, and it didn't make sense that after college there was nothing. And 20 years is a long, long time to feel like God called me to play baseball, and yet nothing happened. And so all I've been able to go on all this time is just my faith. And it wasn't until recently that God brought baseball back into my life. So that's what it was like for years and years and years, no baseball. In a way, it was really like being in the darkness. And then I went to Texas A&M to do some graduate work. I happened to join the Corps of Cadets as an older non-traditional student, and there was a Corps baseball team. I didn't even know about it, but my buddies in the Corps told me to come try out because they had heard that I played college baseball. And I was like, guys, I already used all of my college eligibility. There's no way they'd let me play. And they're like, oh, it doesn't matter, don't worry about it. They won't even check it. But I played a couple games for them and I did really well. But then we started to get into the serious where games were counted as toward the playoffs. and the officials checked in and said, this guy cannot play. He has no college eligibility because that core team is an NCAA Division II team. And so there I was. I had started to open back up and love baseball again, and it was once again ripped away from me. But the thing about it is, it wasn't me that was pursuing it. I really sensed that God brought it back into my life, and that was 2 years ago. For 2 years, I've been practicing, like you saw at the beginning of my vlog, by throwing a ball into a net, waiting for God to open a door. So here I am. I've traveled across the country to arrive in Avon, Ohio, which is a suburb of Cleveland. And I'm inside T3 Performance, which is it's an elite training facility. I am trying out for pitcher because I grew up playing catcher and I was decent. You know, I was good. I played through college. But the best thing about me was my arm. So after I got out of baseball and I missed it for so many years, I was like, if my arm was the most impressive or important or the best thing about me, why didn't I focus on pitching? Because it's something that I've always wanted to do.
So we have a great opportunity today for baseball players trying to catch on with a professional team.
I'm coming here to tryouts, display my talents.
What positions?
I'm a catcher.
No way, man. I played catcher back in the day.
Nice, nice.
Awesome.
A little nervous, but that's just the best feeling about it.
Absolutely. You got the energy going.
Yes, sir.
My strategy is just to go out here and just try to compete and not overcomplicate things.
I'm catching and I'm trying to get a chance to go to the next level and continue to play baseball and do what I love.
Awesome. What's your past history? Where you played?
I played at UVA Wise, which is a Division II school in the South Atlantic Conference. I was first team all conference this past season, preseason.
I'm a catcher, and how I usually just get ready is, you know, just go through my routine, whether that's stretching and whatnot, get my arm loose, a long toss, and then by then I should be ready to go. If there's some extra stuff I need to do, just, you know, roll out with a foam roller because I have them here, or do whatever I need to do else to get prepared.
The Frontier League has 16 teams across the country from the Midwest all the way to the Northeast.
Great chance today to show one of the coaches and one of the teams here that you're worthy, and that's all you can ask for.
Really, it starts with the day prior, you know, and just have it set in your mind and work hard, play hard, have fun, really.
Today I'll be throwing a bullpen in front of a bunch of the teams, and, you know, if they like you, they'll invite you back tomorrow for a live day, and, you know, we'll see how that goes.
Just have fun. I mean, really just play my game, just stay focused with what I can do and control my things that I can control, and just have fun with it. I mean, if it doesn't go my way, keep working to get to the next day, or keep to find good ways to keep moving forward.
So here I am. I get 15 pitches. My charisma will account for nothing today. It is all about throwing in front of the computers and being recorded as far as speed, accuracy, and spin on the ball. All right, you got the first pitchers throwing officially right behind me on the mound there. See how it goes? And then I got my catcher, Anthony, here. We're gonna hook it up. We're throwing some extreme heat, some
Yes, sir.
destroying curveballs and
Absolutely.
crazy sliders. So,
Oh, yeah.
you know, whatever you call, I'll just throw it.
I got you. Absolutely. went good. I thought it went really well. I'll just leave it up to the scouts and what they decide is what they decide. So.
All right. Hey, I appreciate you catching me. You're the man.
Absolutely, no problem.
Great to throw with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Later, bro. All right. I just came off the pitching mound and I felt pretty good about it. Honestly, I was really pleased with how I did in my control. I felt and heard the ball zipping in there. The report was I was throwing about 87, which I'd like to be throwing a little bit higher into the 90s. But you know what? 87's pretty darn good for a guy who is 45 years old. Shh, don't tell anybody, okay? That's pretty impressive, all right? I'm very thankful for that. Anthony was a great catcher. He was fantastic, very encouraging. So that's it. Now we sit and wait and see if we get an email to tell us to come back tomorrow. If not, super thankful to be here anyway. Just got the email, now gonna check to see if number 38 is on the list. And number 38 is not there. So, that is certainly disappointing. So, how do I process all of this right now? Well, I'm very thankful, and I'm so excited and proud in how I threw. I was a pitcher throwing on a mound in front of 30 scouts, and I threw 87 miles an hour. I mean, come on, that's really impressive for a 45-year-old who has been throwing into his net in a yard on his own. But what do I do now? So here's where we ask ourselves, what do we do? Great, I just got called sir by one of the players. That's not a good sign, you know what I mean? Ball 4. And behind me is the infamous Cheryl Hall, where my family stayed. But back then it was just 4 of us. It was mom, dad, me and my brother who were really young kids. My sister Leslie was not even born yet. But we stayed here over 2 years when my father was going through seminary in his master's degree program. But super awesome memories. It's just amazing being back here. But you know, I feel so much bigger. Like everything's a little bit smaller. I don't know if they reduced everything or what. He's safe. Here's another really interesting thing. I walk in here and this Bible is opened to the first chapter of Acts, where God, the Holy Spirit, charges his people to go out and preach the good news of the salvation in Jesus Christ. And I feel like this is what God has called me to. It's strange, it's different. It's not being an ordained minister, it's playing baseball. That's what I've felt called to my entire life. And yet that piece of me has been missing for so very long. Maybe it's about to open up. Maybe that door is finally going to open for me. God does things in his own time, certainly not mine. Strike! Ooh, not that. By the way, I'm doing all this not even warmed up at all. I haven't even thrown a single bucket.
You're out!
So growing up, I always wanted to be one of those super focused athletes that puts the earphones in, is like totally focused in the zone by themselves. And I tried to do that over the years and it did not work for me. So I've learned that I have to just relax, have a good time, and that really eases my mind because I don't think about it. That's another reason why I do this vlog, because it helps me just disengage to where when I get up to throw, I just have fun and I just do it.
Ball 4, take a base.
Check this out. Is this a sign or what? You know? The bullpen, come on. That's a sign. This is gonna happen.
Ball 2.
So here is the famous spot when I was a little kid where I was sliding down this hill in a box and it fell over and I hit my head on this rail, and I still have a scar to this day underneath this still somehow mostly brown hair right there. But it was an epic adventure. I had to go to the hospital and get it stitched.
Outside, ball 1.
We wear caps and sleeves at this level, son. You might be a pitcher, but you're sure not much of a dresser. From the movie Major League, talking about Wild Thing Rick Vaughn, but you know, I'm not wild.
Strike 3, you're out.
So just like in the movie Hoosiers, when they go to the championship game and they're intimidated by the huge arena, I came in here and I was like, man, that pitching mound seems way farther than the plates that I've been practicing with. So in the movie Hoosiers, he makes them measure it with a measuring tape and say like, no, this is the same size as your gym back home. I just did the same thing. I measured it out with my feet that I've been doing, which 12 inches, you know, 60 feet, 6 inches, exactly lined up. So we're inside earlier than everyone, which is what I do, and ready to go.
That's the ball, outside.
And it is in this hallway where my dreadful fear of spiders began, because we had some bicycles back there with my brother and me and other kids from this neighborhood, and I went back there to hide, and I came out and I had like spider webs all over me and I had like daddy long legs, which of course do nothing to you, but I was so freaked out as a young kid with something crawling on me that this spot right here has traumatized me for years. And you know, just coming back to it after all this long, I feel like I've finally overcome something. I'm facing my fears.